guys, it's your family here, and I'm going to be, in this video, I'm going to be cleaning out my computer and just basically cable managing everything so it looks all nice. And so here we go. As you can see, I have my R9 270 here. It was super dusty. I cleaned it out the day before, so I didn't get footage of all the dust that came out of it. At least the first time. There's my Crucial M500 SSD. It holds all my operating systems and stuff. That's my 1 terabyte Western Digital hard drive, which holds all my games and everything. There's a 1 terabyte Seagate hard drive, 2.5 inch. It's extra thick. That holds all my footage. And there's a Western Digital 2.5 inch, and it just holds random stuff. There was tons of dust in this case. It was just ridiculous, the amount of dust that I let build up in this computer. It's like shameful how much dust was in there. I'm going to be getting a new case in a little while, and so I'm going to have to do this again then, but I figured I'd keep everything clean in this one for the next couple of months, because why not? Also, in this look, if like right where I'm pointing, I had to do some totally professional case modding there to so that I didn't have to completely take the motherboard and everything out when I changed out my CPU cooler. Here I'm just sort of taking all the cables out. Look at all the dust that's on there. It's so bad. It's so bad. Here, I'm going to zoom in and show you guys. Look at this. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god, why am I showing you this? Why am I subjecting you? Oh my god, and that was next to my hard drives. That was all on my hard drives. It's even on the fan. Look at the fan. Oh my god. Most of this video is sped up 8 times speed, 8 times normal speed. But a couple of places are sped up 16 times speed. So I'm definitely getting through this really quick. That motherboard standoff, so annoying because it actually came out of the motherboard, and so I had to go out, get my multi-tool just to screw it in. And then I noticed that pretty much every other one was also loose. So just gonna screw in all those. This is that's my CD thing, and I couldn't remember if there was a disc in there, so I got a pin. Wasn't long enough, so I got a different pin. That one wasn't long enough either, so I got another pin, and that one was thankfully long enough to show me that it was completely useless. That is my SD card reader. It's a multi-card reader, and that holds every single one of my face cams goes through that card reader. So then I have a 120 in the front. I have a 120 in the back. There are a 120 on the top, a 140 on the side panel, and two 120 SPs on the CPU cooler, all by Corsair. That, I have no idea how that broke. It was, there's, next to the power button, there are 2 pieces of plastic that light up to show you that it's on. And one of them broke, so I don't know exactly how that happened, but I'm gonna blame the crappy build quality of the case and not my neglect of the case, because, you know. Look at all the dust that just built up. Oh my god, and then I touched it, and look at it, it looks so much better, just like 2 seconds of work. 2 seconds of work, and it looks so much better. I guess it's not 2 seconds because I had to take off everything else, but don't tell anyone I told you that. At this point, I started picking up the case, and I was like, oh my god, it's so light, because I only really held it while it was completely built. And so with everything out of it, like I could pick it up with one hand, and it was like super easy. And yeah. Here I'm just routing a lot of the cables back in, figuring out where I want to have my hard drives. I didn't like how my 1 terabyte 3.5 inch drive was at the bottom because it was stressing the connectors. and then I started thinking about where I was going to mount my SSDs and everything, because I have 3 2.5-inch drives, and as you can see, there's only one internal 2.5-inch drive mounting area. So I was like, crap, because I have three 2.5-inch drives that I have to mount in this thing. So I was like, okay, I'll mount the SSD here, right there in the normal one, and then I'll figure out where I was going to put the hard drives. And so I was like, okay, I'll mount it on top of the drive cage. And then I started thinking maybe I can drill some holes in there. And so I get a drill, start drilling holes right there, you know, totally professional. This is sponsored by Makita, by the way. I cannot believe I got those holes properly placed the first try on the top ones. I'm just sort of cleaning them out so that they look nice, and they totally worked. The next two, on the other hand, didn't work so well. The mounting area for the card reader, totally in the way, completely in the way. So I had to go in, and I was going to drill out these rivets. That rivet was being a dick and just spinning around just completely freely. And so now that I got that out, I can actually drill the holes properly, and it's 2 seconds. It's like bam, bam, done. And I had to move it around a little bit. I'm sure this is not good for the drives. I used fan screws to screw in that thing there back for the card reader. So just because they were big enough for it. And oh my god, every time I put that card reader in, I put it in the wrong way. Every single time. So now I'm just sort of trying to figure out how I can get all the cables managed around the CD-ROM drive, which I never use ever. I'm finally zip tying anything, because nothing was zip tied before, and so it was all just, it was a rat's nest before, basically. I didn't show it very well before the video, like earlier in the video you could, but it was bad. So now I'm back trying to put in my SSD into here, and then I realized, wait a second, I don't have a straight one, so I guess I'm just gonna have to put the right angle in the motherboard, I guess. And then I was like, where am I gonna put that other WD blue drive, the 2.5-inch WD drive? So I was like, crap, fine, since SSDs are more hardy, I'll put that over here on the power supply, because I'm a genius. And so that plan lasts about 12 seconds while I try and screw the WD drive on here, the WD 2.5-inch drive there. And I'm like, yeah, that's a bad idea putting that there. That's a bad idea. So I've in a second, come on me, figure it out, take off that drive, take it off, because there wasn't even a good way to get power to it. Like, I'd have to route an entire new cable there. There we go. Now I take it off, put it right there, and now I have so many drives improperly mounted just everywhere. Ghetto rigged, freaking backwards, upside down. I have the SSD on the hard drive there, so totally professional, you know. I've totally done this before. I should have mentioned this earlier in the video. This is not a tutorial. This is just like a video showing how I fumbled my way through trying to cable manage and clean out my computer. This is in no way a tutorial, and you shouldn't do anything like this. I guess cleaning out your computer, you should do that, because that's an important thing with computers. I swear I was missing a front panel connector, like one of those little ones for the hard drive LED and stuff. I swear I was missing one of those, but I can't find it for the life of me. So I say, it probably wasn't there, right? But I swear it was. I remember unplugging an extra one, but I can't. I don't know. So continuing on, everything appears to be working. So I'm going to assume everything's working properly. Now I'm just plugging everything back in, putting all the fans back in, routing all the cables. The front audio, the headphone and microphone, those aren't even plugged in my computer because I don't use them at all. I use the SPDIF out, which is optical audio on the back of the motherboard, to a SMSL 793-II or 2 or whatever. I even cleaned that before. I cleaned that the day before, and it's still getting so much dust out. So much dust. There was so much dust in that thing. But I'm probably gonna be replacing that with either a 290X or a 300 series card. I don't know which one's gonna be in my budget, but something like that. So basically, this is basically the end of the video. Everything's plugged in. Everything looks good. And so I hope you guys liked it. I know I enjoyed cleaning out my computer all day. And this took, I swear, like 4 hours condensed down into about 12 minutes of video. So I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to post a comment down below about the last time you cleaned out your computer and how disgusting it was. Or maybe you were godlike and you freaking cleaned out your computer minutes ago and it didn't have any dust in it because you like your computer and you don't kill it like I tried to kill mine. Anyway, I will see you in the next video.